All right, so this is just a short video to give you a head start with SCANALYST3. A couple of steps to set it up, pretty easy. First thing is to figure out what distance away from the target area you need to be. And that is determined by the size of the code that you're going to scan. So I'm going to be scanning a standard UPC code. It's about 1.5 inches wide. So I put that in the field of view, and you can see in SCANALYST3 screen that distance is set such that you get approximately 2/3 to 3/4 of the screen filled with the width of the barcode in the case of linear codes. So if you wanted to adjust up and down, you can just bend the legs on SCANALYST's included a tripod. Bent these legs into a kind of a spiral. It gives it a nice sturdy, stable base. But actually you can use any camera mount. SCANALYST3 has a standard 1/4-20 mounting bracket for using any kind of device or any kind of tripod. Small ones for this kind of height, or even tall ones for the 15-inch dimension. So after you've determined this height, then you have to set the focus to make sure that at that height the camera is in focus. And in SCANALYST3 there's a focus ring underneath, which you can see here. It's that white focus ring, and it is turned to get focus. You can turn it in to go further away, or turn it out to get closer. So you can go down to 2 inches distance away, up to 15 inches away. So let's go back and we'll focus this. We'll put it back in the field of view, and you can see that I did change the focus. Let's see if I get in here. I did change the focus, so to change it back, I did change it, and I think I changed it to be looking closer, so I'm going to turn it out so that it's looking further away. And as you can see, it's coming into focus. I'm just putting my fingers into the little rings on the inside of the focus ring and turning it until I get it pretty close. It doesn't have to be dead on or anything like that. It's not that kind of critical. All right, so we got focus. So now we have two critical things: the distance away and the focus. And we can move to the step of calibrating the reflectivity. We use the calibration label to do that. Just put that in the field of view, and then we go down onto the SCANALYST screen and tell it that we want to calibrate. I'm going to use ambient light here. So just tell it to calibrate, and it'll go into a calibration mode, and it will take several images and adjust the exposure time to get the reflectivity correct. And as you can see here, it set the exposure time. It also set or it recognized the distance away as being 4.22 inches. So that is approximately this. This is, let's see, about 4.25 inches, or in metric, 100 and about 108, 100 something like that, 110 millimeters. So now we're in calibration, and we can go back and put our target barcode in position. And don't forget that there's quiet zones in these barcodes. Linear barcodes need that quiet zone on the left and the right sides of the screen. Otherwise you'll start getting an error. So let's go back, and we'll now test this code. It's set for UPCA, which is what this is. So we're going to read and verify. It found it, and it verified it with all 10 scans reporting A. That's an excellent code. And if you want to find out more about each of those 10 scans, you can go in here and check each one. ISO does require 10 scans for proper grading. So you can see in this example that the owner of this barcode, having received an ANSI grade A or ISO grade 4, is in pretty good shape and should be able to feel comfortable that his code can be scanned by any of his trading partners pretty much in any part of the world using any type of scanner. Very comforting, and not only comforting, but required in most industries that most companies deal in. Thanks for listening.